For much of her working life, Lily has been helping people with their finances. So it came as a bit of a surprise when she fell victim to fraud while selling her apartment.
Where is my money? I don't know. I don't know where is my money.
Lily's real estate agent accidentally transferred the deposit worth $26,000 to a scammer.
I can't sleep properly. I can't eat properly. I can't have a normal life. Every minute for me is suffering.
Both Lily and her real estate agent, HT Wills, were targets of a payment redirection scam. The agent emailed Lily asking for her bank account number. She responds promptly with her ING details. But minutes later, without Lily knowing, a scammer sends an email from her account with new details from a different bank. The agent emails back to ask which one is correct. This time, they receive a third set of bank details, and instead of phoning Lily to verify them, the agent ends up paying the money to the scammer.
You would think that with someone with a disability who has impaired vision, that you would take extra precaution to make sure things were correct, but in this instance, that hasn't been the case.
HT Wills is refusing to return Lily's deposit. Its lawyers have told us that the incident is still being investigated and that they're unable to provide further comments at this time.
I don't believe that relying on email confirmation is anywhere near appropriate.
Dan Halpin is a former cop turned cyber fraud investigator. He says Australian consumers are easy targets for online criminals.
Australians in general are quite susceptible to these kind of attacks. The level of cyber literacy in Australia is relatively low.
In the last financial year, just under 289,000 consumers told the ACCC that they'd been scammed. That's a small drop compared to the year before. But the amount they lost was $330 million. That's a 41% fall compared to the previous 12 months.
Australia is one of the only nations that is able to point to a decline in losses. However, the losses Australians are experiencing are still way too high. We are cautiously optimistic that the coordination, the data sharing and the awareness raising that we are doing through the National Anti-Scam Centre is beginning to have an impact.
Dan Halpin, however, disagrees. He's been seeing a sharp rise in the number of scam victims contacting him directly instead of the authorities.
I think most Australians would be quite surprised how easy it would be to get away with targeting Australians for cyber fraud related offences. They know that the Australian authorities lack the capability and the willingness to pursue them overseas.
He says most scam victims are unlikely to ever get their money back.
I feel so angry because the agent, they know I'm vision impaired, living alone. I put all my trust in them.
Lily is still hoping they'll do the right thing by her.